Isn't it typical when I'm just about to go live, something screws up with the chat? Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to have to reset, which means this is all going to go weird at the bottom of the screen there. I don't know what's going on, but as you can see, oh, hang on. We might have something. We might have something. Hang on a second. Is chat working? I'm hoping it's working. It looks like it is. Let's just put a generic message on there. Ah, it's working now. Everyone's happy. How the devil is everybody? Happy Thanksgiving to all you folks over the pond there. We did. It's great doing Thursday night streams because it means every year I get to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Ah, you're in Oregon, are you, Friday Ray? Oh, excellent. Always wanted to go to Oregon. I will be paying a visit to that West Coast sooner or later. But great is Thanksgiving. I've got my brother down in Portsmouth completely spamming my phone with the Lions-Bills score at the moment. It's great to have some American football to watch as well, which I think's absolutely brilliant. Hello, Christian from Grantham.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
Sorry, Christian, I'm laughing because I think my son has been playing around with the file, because you're no longer Christian from Grantham, according to this sound file. You're now Christian from Gotham. You're Batman. Oh, it's all cool. Now, listen, first off, I need to apologise for last week. I don't know what happened last Thursday. Basically, I woke up in the morning with a really stiff neck, like a line on it funny, and as soon as I stood up, I had terrible vertigo. And no matter what I was doing, sitting down, lying down, the room was just spinning. Now, I do have some drugs because I had that a while ago. I think it was called Stemetil, I don't know. But I took them and that stops the sickness. And I was doing these exercises the doctor told me to do with my head. And it did wear off in the afternoon. It has completely gone by the Friday, so I haven't got a clue what that's all about. But the last time I had a vertigo bout, it was like 3 or 4 weeks of it. So I was worried, but it didn't happen. Thank you, Jim. Jim's filling me in the details. Is that the final? Oh, it's not the final score. The Lions need to win. That'd be excellent. But that's what happened last Thursday. Hopefully that won't happen again, because next week I've got a really busy week planned, to be honest with you. Next week, if you can see the stack, I don't know if I can show you, of what things I've got to do down here. Look at it. I have got loads. And just to give you a rundown, I've got the Ford GT tomorrow, which means, Pete, you're going to be getting some magazines through. There's 5 stages of that. Hardly anything to do. I'm telling you, the video is probably going to be 3 minutes long, so I might show you the other 2 bits that I've got. I won't build them, though. I've got 2 packs of the Rossi bike. I've got 2 packs of the Lamborghini Miura. I've got the Route Master Pack 12. I've got 2 packs of the Titanic. I've got Fast and Furious Dodge Charger, Iron Man build, which we'll probably do on the live stream on Tuesday. What's that one? That one's something. I don't know what it is. But yeah, there's lots. And last night on the Patreon stream, we actually finished the V8 engine. Good news is it works a treat once the battery and the switch are connected together. Bad news is the circuit board that runs it actually started smoking and blew up. So they've got another circuit board on the way. But what I did last night was I just connected the battery directly to the motor. The V8 engine works fine. So as soon as I get that working properly, I will have a video up on the channel so you can see that. The reason why I'm trying to find that very important and get that done is because I want to give that V8 engine away as a prize on the Christmas quiz. If you didn't know, the Christmas quiz is Thursday, the 22nd of December. It's a 2-hour quiz. And once I've got the actual Google Forms sorted out and made sure everything's good for spellings and everything like that, I will link it to you way before the competition, just so you can make sure that that link's working. Mrs. Wayne's going to join me that day, so we're going to have a lot of fun. And we have got some prizes. We've got 3 prizes, actually. But I'll tell you about that nearer the time. So, all cool. Now, I visited, I will get to chat. You know what? You know I have these opening monologues when I first start. So, I've been really busy this week. That's why I've hardly built anything. I actually built the R2-D2 last week. So, this week so far, I've built nothing, even though the R2 was out on Monday. Today, I edited the Airfix video, so you saw what I was got up to in Airfix. Amazing place. Watching that Spitfire being built is absolutely brilliant. But tomorrow I will be doing the Ford GT, and then next week I'll start on with everything I've got here. I've even got the next Porsche from IXO. And talking about IXO, Bergdish, you did remind me, we have got a new full kit release from them. And hopefully this works. There you go. It's the Mercedes-Benz W196 now. This is it's an amazing vehicle. It looks really nice, but I don't really know much about it, to be honest with you. So I need to swat up in my knowledge of that. I know if you need any information, Bergdis is the person to ask on that. But I can't say too much about that. There is reasons, and they will become apparent in the next few weeks. But yeah, all interesting. But I'm glad that they've got that up there, full kit, just like the Volvo Amazon, which I'm almost finished. Once it's finished, I'll get the video out for you for that as well. So, Toy Geeks, you're in North Carolina. Lovely place. I was in North Carolina in May. Absolutely in Raleigh, and we went over to Charlotte. Got to see the Carolina Panthers stadium. That was good as well. Hello, Go For It Painting. How's it going? Good evening from a soggy Cobra. Does it always rain in Sussex, Paul? Because I tell you what, that journey that I made from New Haven, keep saying Newmarket, we're nowhere near Norfolk, from New Haven up to Whitstable was a living nightmare. I did the direct route, which means I was on a lot of B roads, which meant single lane roads, very dangerous. Almost killed myself a few times. So it's not cool. Is the Agora Lancaster? I've heard absolutely nothing. But John, Agora's not Agora, Hachette have got 2 releases next year that I know of, which are definites. And they very rarely do more than 2 a year. So I'll be shocked if it does come out, because that means that'll be a third, because that wasn't one of the 2 that's coming out. One of them you already know is the Batmobile Tumbler. And the other one is the Alien build, which I think they've got the website up and running. I don't know the date that that's going live, though, the Alien one. But that's from Hachette as well. So, quick acting Viagra. Do you reckon that works, Chris? It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. No, but it just made me feel sick. It was a horrible experience. But then, as you know, from the Patreon stream yesterday, I tortured myself at the dentist again yesterday from a patronising hygienist who told me the correct way to brush my teeth. You know, I'm 50 years old. I've been brushing them for 50 years, and I've still got all my teeth, bar my wisdom teeth. So I must be doing something, right? But who knows? Board Ripple on the north side of Indianapolis here. So, again, Indianapolis, we weren't far from that, because when we were in Louisville, we saw the bridge that goes over to Indiana. So it's only like 3-hour drive, is it? Or is it 5-hour from Louisville to Indianapolis? I don't think it's long. But I'd love to just get a car and just drive around America. I think that'd be great. Yeah, Stematil, I think it was called. Stemtil, I don't know. Mrs. Wilder Wayne deals with the things, because I can't be trusted. See, I'm highly allergic to, well, now antibiotics, as you know, from the beginning of the year. But I'm highly allergic to NSAIDs, so I can't take aspirin. If I take aspirin, it'll kill me. So Mrs. Wilder Wayne doesn't trust me with tablets, because I never look at the pack. But I do have some EpiPens in the house, just in case. But yeah, we had a fun time. I think that was in March, wasn't it? That I was in hospital with that. What if the room was actually spinning? I don't even want to think about that eventuality, Bergdis. I never get ill. That's the problem, Pete. I very rarely get ill. And if I am, I normally soldier on. But that just knocked me for 6. I think the biggest worry I had was I couldn't really read properly because the screen was whizzing. There's no way I could make a video that day. And then that sort of put me behind. But you are going to like... I mean, you've done, Pete, you did the Ford GT, didn't you? The next 5 stages, you're just doing seats. And there's nothing to do on them. So I'm going to show 5 stages of video without much building. It's going to be weird. But I have to do that one tomorrow. I pick my kids up tomorrow. And I haven't got time to do some of the bigger ones like the Rossi bike or the Route Master. So I will do that next week. What else have I got on the cards here? Let's have a look. I have got a few things to show you. So let's show you quickly the new Star Wars vehicles collections from Fanhome. Hello, David Marshall on TikTok. So these are the magazines. So the first one we're going to do is the First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter, which looks like that. Again, this is the magazine. Each ship comes with a magazine. Now, I haven't opened these at all yet. So let's do that now. Put that over here. And that looks just like that. So get me scalpel out. And I will cut these. I love doing these unboxings here because, as you can see, it's the first time I've opened it. These normally get held down with a bit of tape here. I will look at chat later, I promise. I'm only going to show the ship. I won't get the stand out. Oh, can't open it. Let's try this side. They certainly pack them well. There we go. again, the lovely ships, the size... oh, what's going on here? The size... The scales are completely all over the place for this build, though. But that is the TIE Fighter. And if I go to the close-up camera there, that's what it looks like for the side and underneath. And then one more on the side camera. There you go. First order. Now, this is all metal, quite heavy in my hand, and it has got its own stand to go on, which looks just like that. But no idea how to put this back in the box. I think like that. I hope like that. Otherwise, I will... I'm keeping them in the box at the moment. I haven't put that one in properly, so I'll just put that over here because I haven't got anywhere to put them at the moment, but I will find somewhere to get them. Second one, as you can see, we've got the Naboo M1 Starfighter. So no need to look at the magazine. Let's get down to business and quickly have a look how this one looks. Now, obviously, if you're not a fan of the original films, there's no problem of stripping this and turning it into the Mandalorian's Naboo fighter. But again, lovely heavy model there, looking just like that with a little R2 unit in the back, chrome underneath. That's not a bad one, actually. I like that. Lucky this is metal, because if that was plastic, those little sharp edges there would definitely break. But that's the Naboo fighter, which means the last one. I had to look at this when I first saw the magazine, because I didn't know what it was from, and then I remembered that it's from one of the films I haven't watched that much, which was Attack of the Clones, which is this one here, which is the AT-TE, looking like that. Something that's gone weird with the chat, just so you know. I don't know what, but there's no chat messages anymore. I will have to rephrase that in a minute. Hopefully I'm still streaming. I look like I am. I have dropped 119 frames, so apologise for that. But we will get this working. And this is the last vehicle here. Oh, the chat's just come back again. I think Restream's having a bit of a problem tonight. And that looks like this. Again, you can see what I mean about the size. This has got, I don't know, is that detachable? Or is that just fallen off? I don't know. I think that's just detachable, because that goes on there like that. But can you see what I mean about size difference compared to that TIE Fighter? It's already on its plinth stand and looking just like that. Now, I think we're up to about 15 of these now. I think that's the count that I did. I'm going to put this back. 1 second. Can't concentrate if I don't put them back properly. And there you go. That's the Star Wars collection. I don't know what happened to chat then. Chat just completely disappeared. Lou's in here. Happy Thanksgiving, Lou. How the devil are you? Oh, bless. What was loud? Something was loud. I'll keep the fib until your Cornwall visit then. Yeah, definitely. Oh, bless. Sorry I didn't pick up the chat then. You know me when I go off on one. If you're doing the Alien build, I'd love to get the magazines of you, please. Yeah, Colin, as soon as that comes up, just remind me again nearer the time. I think it's probably coming out way after the Tumblr in December. I could be wrong. I don't know. So, who knows? The sound became a lot louder suddenly. I'm just checking my bar. I'm at minus 15 decibels. Hopefully that's better now. But there you go. Happy Turkey Day. Have you eaten already, Lou? What's the time over there for you? 5 hours back? I'm guessing you already got a full belly, haven't you? I don't know. So I'm confused with Thanksgiving. If you're eating turkey on Thanksgiving, do you eat turkey as well on Christmas or not? Because for us in the UK, turkey's the Christmas meal for us. Obviously, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. But there you go. Where's your pants? Okay, so the other thing I'm going to show you, you made those off in the chair, I bet. The ATTS tempo, it's a weird size, isn't it, that one? Don't know about that one. You're stuffed, oh bless you. Oh, God, you're making me hungry, Lou. I've had sweet and sour chicken tonight, so, you know. Any luck finding a Gundam model? Not yet. Not yet. My desk lav mic was a bit loud. Well, this mic, stand by, I'm just checking, is actually linked to my Blackmagic, so I control the volume from that. But, hello! It seems okay now. Oh, I'm talking on the boom mic at the moment. 1 second. Test, test. Oh, that is loud. Hang on. Hello, 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 hello. There you go. That's better. Sorry about that. You'll all be going to your doctors tomorrow with ruptured eardrums. Who knows? Usually ham on Christmas. See, I cook a ham as well. We have turkey, ham, goose. Oh, God, we have everything. Every bird you can name. Every bit of meat we can possibly find. Okay, so the other thing to show you, I'll go back on this camera now, and we should be at a respectable volume, is obviously on the Bradford collection. Not too happy with the paint job on these. I really do think that I'm going to repaint the faces on these to make them better. But these will eventually stand on a plinth, which glitters and makes the glitter inside these legs look like they're transporting. You have the whole transporter bay and the transporter control console. So that is Kirk there. And I got, yesterday, Spock. And that is what Spock looks like. Again, with the same technique. Now, it will come into its own when you see them standing on the transporter bay and it's starting to power up and all the glitter comes up. But these are from the Bradford Exchange. This is actually my Christmas present from Mrs. Welder Wayne. So they do get delivered. There's 9 figures or 9 deliveries. So the next delivery I'm going to get will be the transporter bay. And then the fourth delivery will have McCoy. So the other characters in that collection are Zulu, Scotty, Uhura. I think there might be one more. Chekhov. I think Chekhov's in there. That's it. We got them all. Am I putting any of the Hallmark Star Wars tree ornaments on your Christmas tree? I currently have R2D2. Pete, Mrs. Welder Wayne won't let me have an Enterprise above the TV. Do you really think she's going to let me put Star Wars memorabilia on the tree? Saying that, when I was at Universal Studios, I did manage to get the Universal Studios World Christmas Bauble this year, which is put on the tree. I do have a collection of Disney princesses from when the kids were younger on the tree. And I do have my Nightmare Before Christmas figurines on the tree as well. So she does let me have little tiny things on the tree. But anywhere else, yeah, it's not going to happen. I do try. I try and smuggle things in, but who knows? But I mean, Mrs. Welder Wayne's a Christmas elf as well. You saw her video where she's making that bauble. I was fascinated because I was editing the video for her. I hadn't seen how she did it. All I saw was the end result. So when I'm editing it, I'm actually learning how to do it. And it looked a lot easier than I thought it was. As long as you keep your numbers right, you won't have a problem. But the Glenlivet helps with the turkey is dry. Isn't that like a whiskey? I'm sure that's a whiskey. Glenlivet. That is a whiskey, isn't it, Friday Ray? Yes, it is a whiskey. It's a single malt Speyside Scotch whiskey. You see, I'm normally in the Glengoyne for the for my single malt whiskies. I like it because mainly on account that I visited the Glengoyne distillery and got completely whammed there. So you're gonna love it. I miss Scotland, especially this time of year. Hello, Satyrs Models. You all right, Jim? How's it going? You okay? I post readers. Yeah, of course, Ian. Post away. No problems at all. You should know my channel. Nothing's restricted from my channel. Apart from, being nasty to each other. We're all good to each other in here. You don't have to wait till Christmas. So don't you miss... I can't imagine Christmas without turkey. I mean, God, about 10, 11 years ago, my mother decided for family Christmas dinner, rather than have a turkey, we were going to have a goose. And goose is a really fatty meat. I didn't like it. So, but yeah, but I mean, we've come to the stage now where, I mean, there's only, the kids are moving out and they've got their own families when they come back. So rather than have a whole turkey bird, we'll just get the turkey crown. And that will last us for like years. I like everything. There's very little that I don't eat, Adrian. I thought I didn't like sushi, but when I was with Phil in May over in LA, he took me for some sushi and I loved it. So there isn't a lot I don't like. I don't like, as I call it, mangy tout. I don't like mange tout. That's yucky. And I'm not a fan of salads either, but I'll eat them. But no. John, I haven't started that. As a matter of fact, now the V8 engine's finished, I think that's what we're going to start, John, in the next videos. So that's good. That's right down there, actually. So that's ready to go. Thank you for subscribing, Damien. I don't know if the message came up on the screen. My 3D printer's gone weird. I've been having problems with the resin printer. Obviously, these are schoolboy errors that I'm making, but I'm trying to print Mauler from the Never-Ending Story. I've got the files. It's the great big turtle that Atreyu meets in the Swamp of Sadness. I forgot to hollow the printout. So it tried to print a solid block of resin, and obviously it got halfway and then ran out of resin. But Lou, if you're still watching, the sticking to the plate problem, absolutely solved. Your advice was perfect. I stirred the resin, worked a treat. So I just need to buy some more resin now. But it was printing good, but it was solid. I did see there was a checkbox to make it hollow. So what I'm doing is I'm printing it on my Creative 3D printer over here, because I'll get it bigger anyway. I want to see how that comes out. So and it's printing now, and I'm just checking the first 2 layers, and it looks quite good. Having to use a lot of tree supports, but I'm having a bit of a retro time at the moment, so I'm enjoying the whole Never-Ending Story things. There's also an SDL out there of Artex drowning in the swamp with Atreyu trying to pull the horse out, and all you see is like the head of the horse. Shocking moment. That like, you know, that warped my childhood, seeing poor old Artax die. The Spock looks like Dr. Sheldon Cooper. Hello, Plastic Alchemist. How's it going? Now, I met... I can't remember your name, sorry. But Plastic Alchemist has got a YouTube channel. Put it in chat. Did you say roll? I'm sure you did. But the put it in chat. But Plastic Alchemist I met down in New Haven at the factory. Brilliant YouTube channel. And I do like your shorts. You had a little poll up earlier. I do like your shorts. Keep them on the channel. Is there a chap in a red shirt to get killed? No. It was funny when we were going to Lou's house in May. Phil didn't see Spruverse didn't know about the red shirt thing. That, you know, if they're wearing a red shirt, they normally die. The other thing is when I'm watching Star Trek, because I've been having this rewatch. I'm on series 3 now. That if you see an actor on that transport pad that isn't normally in it, chances are they're going to die. Oh, Brazil playing. God, we've got the World Cup tonight as well. We've still got 169 viewers in here, though. So competing with Thanksgiving, the NFL, and the World Cup. Wow, we're doing well. And Zulu. Zulu's in it. Do you have a link for the Trekkie figures, World of Wayne? Just type in Bradford Exchange, Ian. Let's see if I have, actually. Stand by. It's called the To Boldly Go. The To Boldly Go figurine collection. There you go. I'll put the link in chat for that. What was that? Never-Ending Story is a brilliant film. I had a rewatch of it. I think that's why that I thought I need to watch it. Having sort of like a rewatch of 80s things at the moment. What's a turkey crown? It's the breast. Yeah, it's the breast. But what they do, Wayne Weatherwax, is they take the breast pieces and they they don't clamp them together, but they're actually in one piece, so you can actually cut them all down. They've already been done for you, so it just saves all the bones, and you don't get any drumsticks with it. It's the lovely part of the meat. So. Oh, come on. You guys are really making me hungry. First, Ian turns up with like what I thought was a pizza. There was no pizza. It was this absolutely brilliant, which is off camera at the moment, mirror from D. And then it just left me hungry for pizza afterwards. You have a different meat each Christmas. Oh, my God. No, I've got to have my turkey. Okay, so Ian said... Okay, run by the Nexus, as Kevin Clifford is a Partwork Awards 2022. I'd love to hear from you and fill out the form. Form's in the next post. Oh, well done, Ian. There you go. There's the form there. You can link that to the Partwork Awards. Do you know when he's actually announcing all of that, Ian? You had kangaroo one Christmas. I have tasted kangaroo. Oh, dear. Turkeys in the UK might be expensive. I heard that, but you know, I've also heard the other side of the coins where the farmers said that it's little, it's caused little problems for them. It's just that the prices have gone up and the supermarkets aren't passing it down to the farmers, and that's why there's shortages of everything. especially eggs. People are on a run of eggs at the moment in the UK, if you didn't know. And that's pretty much the reason. Flame King Linkroy. I like that name. That's cool. 57.5 degree proof Scottish rum is not bad either. Scottish rum is not bad either. I'll let you test it next summer. I do like my rums. I do like my single malt whiskies. I do like my blended whiskies as well. I'm a sucker for Drambuie, I'm telling you. You wouldn't think it. I very rarely drink, but I do know what I like. And after visiting again Louisville in May, I tried the Kentucky bourbon. Oh. Oh, bless. Yes. Thank you to everyone who helped Jason get to his 1,000 subscribers. I was so happy for Mr. Fusion Designs. That was excellent. Marcus, I thought it was different from where you lived in the UK, Turkey and Britain, and something else in Scotland or Ireland. I think we all have turkey. We all have turkey, definitely. The Scots make more of a deal of the New Year, though. They have their hogmanay, which goes over 2 days. For me, I don't really celebrate New Year. It's lucky if I stay awake. Normally, I'm in bed by then. To hear Big Ben chiming. But can you believe that's like a month away? This time next month's Christmas Eve. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Good thing you weren't trying to print the body solid. Yeah, I was trying to print the body solid load. Is that what I just... I couldn't understand where the resin went. And there's me looking for a leak. I really... Because I'll be honest with you, I overfilled the thing. So it wasn't at the max line. It was above it. And I thought, it's obviously leaked. And it's all come out. And I couldn't see a leak anywhere. So when I actually took out the mold, and you know, you need a pneumatic drill to get it off the plate. It was like a paperweight. But the print, what it had printed, was really good. I don't know if I've still got it in the bin here, actually. Hang on. I have. Look. That. Obviously, I haven't done anything with it, but there you go. It's solid. It's a solid weight, but it was printing really good. But now I've got resin on my hands now. Does that mean that I'll burst into flames now? I don't know how that works. I can use 6K resin print if you needed something bigger, faster, or whatever. Oh no, I'm just playing around at the moment, Ian, because like since you gave me this resin printer, I haven't really mastered the software and figured out the resin prints. I've figured out resin prints now. I've figured out what resin to use, how to the maintenance of it. All of that's done. I know how to do the wash and the cure. That's done. So it's just a case of learning how to prepare an image for slicing before it goes to the printer. That's what I'm up to next. So all fun. But resin printers are amazing. And a 6K, I bet that's pretty impressive. Nothing like that. And looking at Lou, you got an 8K. Is it 8K your one? And that's like the creme de la creme of 3D printers. Nuno, thank you. Nuno. Plastic Alchemist is Nuno. You did tell me while we're away, but I'm terrible at remembering names. Nuno. So I'm sorry about that. I will try and do better, but it's something that's plagued me all my life. Never Ending Story. It's one of those films that don't seem to have aged for me. I'd love to make a little I mean, I don't know if I've seen a model kit, because you don't see many models for Never Ending Story. That's partly the reason why I wanted to do the Mauler. But the Southern Oracle with the two massive statues that have lights coming out their eyes. Can you imagine that as a model? And you can light the eyes up, and that would look brilliant. But I haven't seen one anywhere. Someone needs to sculpt one and make a resin print. And this is where later on people are going to be telling me that there is one out there. And a rock biter. I was mentioning that. Have rock biter as a figure to paint as well. Oh God, so many ideas. There's so many iconic things from that film. Hello, David. Welcome to the channel. The Portugal-Ghana finished 3-2. I mean, Ghana were doing well in that, but yeah, then Portugal ran away with it. This is your channel. The it took the link out. 1 second. I'll put the link in there for you, Nuno. 1 second. Almost there. Almost there. Stay on target. Almost there. Here we go. So this is Nuno, Plastic Alchemist's site. You're going to love that. All model related and stuff on there as well. But I put a link in there for that. That's all cool. My usual Xmas is salted pork on the 24th and smoked lamb on the 25th. That just wouldn't be Christmas for me. That's just like Sunday lunch for me, Bergdis. You love Falcor. Yeah, I mean Falcor. A great big Falcor model. I'm not talking little. It's got to be big. Big Falcor model. Definitely. I used to have a rabbit called Falcor because he was white. But yeah, he met a nasty end. Bless. But it is fun getting these scores, I have to say. And you know what? I've caught up with chat tonight. You can tell that's happening as well. The Eagle one from Space 99, that's got to be one of the models that I think has been done to exhaustion. I've seen so many model companies make that over the years. Right from the die-cast versions all the way up to the plastic kits to the ginormous ones. But, you know, I was trying to think what models we haven't seen ever. And I was saying, if you could build a model that we haven't seen of for a long time, if ever, what would you build? And for me, it's a lot of stuff from the Never-Ending Story. But some of the pre-1950s sci-fis as well. I'd like to see some of that. But in Portugal, the tradition is salted codfish. Fish, that could be an interesting one. See, now, fish, we normally have fish Christmas Eve. But do you remember TikTok? I do remember TikTok. I also remember, Adrian, here's my memory. Was it Michael Sundan, who was the trampolinist who used to present Blue Peter? Because didn't he have something to do with that robot? I remember they did a feature on it, and they had that TikTok robot in the Blue Peter studio. As a matter of fact, that TikTok robot looks very similar, if you saw my video from the Science Museum, of the Fifth Element, Massive Guardians. Very, very similar, actually. You'd love a Nostromo from Alien. I think that's been done as well, though, Scott. It might have been a garage kit I saw, but I have seen a Nostromo. You'd like a Gunstar from The Last Starfighter. Well, what was the... Lou, are you still in here? What did Cosmic Scale Models have from Last Starfighter? 1 second. I can't remember the ship that they had there. They had the... they had the Gunstar. Yep. So Cosmic Scale Models... hang on. Oh, I don't know. No, there is a strip. Look, let me show you what I've got here. Perhaps they don't do this. This is someone else's site. There we go. Look at that. But Cosmic Scale Models did have a ship. It's the Delta Flyer. That was what they had. They had the Delta Flyer. I got there in the end. You won't disappoint. As a matter of fact, see, Nuno's just in the position like Mr. Fusion Designs is, that he's trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and you're on about 800 odd at the moment, aren't you? But yeah, I think that link's still there. Check out that link and check out his site. Lovely guy, Nuno is. He was the first person to come and see me at the event down in New Haven, because I hadn't met anyone there, so I was a bit of the enigma. Who's this person? Who's this? Flight of the Navigator. Lovely ship, but I've never seen the film, Gary. Never seen it. It is on my list of things to see, but I don't know. The Quartermass Martian ship. Ooh, that sounds good. Hasn't been done. See, these sort of things, you'd see them in the garage kit. It just takes someone with the passion and to sculpt it. But yeah, I think that'd be an interesting. I was just looking at that, Sam. Sorry, I get sidetracked. I have squirrel moments. At the Earth's core, yep, definitely B-movie stuff. And for me, I'd love to do some Harryhausen as well. When I was at Wonderfest, I was looking at a Kraken they had, which I thought would be good for the channel. You know what I'm like with Kraken. but the Kraken just looking at the rocks. They had a Medusa there, and they had a Talos. I saw a Talos at Telford, but it was made into a diorama with the figures like fighting it with spears. Really good diorama. I think that was on the video as well. Well, it might not have been. No, I don't think that one was. I was too captivated to take a picture of it. The Christine Plymouth Fury. And Nemo's car from the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Terrible movie, amazing car. It was a terrible movie. It had so much potential. And just so you know, after Newmarket, after New Haven, I went to visit the folks over at Agora Models in Canterbury. They have got one hell of an office. Now, if you don't know Canterbury, it's a little bit like York. It's very tiny streets with cobbled stones. It's your typical Dickens street, even though, you know, it's not London. Cathedral was brilliant, but when you go into their office, they've actually got a ruin of a fireplace, as in like what you'd find in a castle, with glass over the top of it. So you can walk over the top of it, but you're not harming the ground where that's been exposed, which is brilliant. It's like having a museum in your own office. But Agora Models have got a few builds coming out. Now, well, next week, I'm going to show you the Ferrari collection. I have got that down here. And they've got, I think, an announcement in the next 2 weeks of a new build coming out. So you'll be able to see that. I've seen them, and wow, they are good. Can't tell you what they are yet, but they are good. Very good. I also saw the color scheme for the Optimus Prime. So you've seen the prototype pictures, which did, I agree with you, did look toy-like. It just looked like flat paints and stuff like that. When you actually see the metal pieces with the proper colors on the top, it looks amazing. It doesn't look like a toy at all, trust me. As a matter of fact, it looks more like we mentioned it last night, my Hyundai Accord. No, Ascent. My Hyundai Ascent. I keep getting confusing those two because I had the same color on that. This lovely blue metallic and the red. But yeah, when you see that, you'll see what I mean. Absolutely brilliant. The Pink's Rolls Royce from Thunderbirds. That must be out somewhere, Michael, because I've seen that. A lot of the Jerry Anderson stuff's been done to death, I have to say. But the Nostromo's on Gamebot. Oh, is it? There you go. Keith has the Code and Deck Fighter. That's the one. But the, yeah, Jerry Anderson stuff, God, that has been done to death. But, you know, it does make you wonder, because I did mention this as well to the folks over at Airfix, saying that now there's an advent of 3D printers. Does the world of injection molding lose business now, when eventually, looking at how technology moves, are we going to be able to 3D print our own sprues and make our own models? Which pretty much doing at the moment. We can get resin printers to print our own resin kits and put them together. I'm wondering how that affects the plastic build model, and if there's going to be some sort of amalgamation in the future. I'm looking ahead, but I'm the guy that was working at Blockbusters at the time Netflix was around, so you do worry about that sort of thing. But because you can pretty much make anything. If I learned anything from Chris, that was the designer for the Spitfire at Airfix, you can design anything on CAD. And an interesting thing that people were asking with these airplane kits, why don't they make the little pilots to go in the sea? And quite simply, it's because Chris was the designer. He's not a sculptor, so he wouldn't know how to make a pilot. As in his words, he said it would look like a Lego figure. So they'd need to employ a sculptor to do that in the exact pose that they'd need to do. And that's why a lot of these plastic kit models are very calculated to what they actually are, because they've modelled on a real thing. But when it comes to pilots and stuff, they haven't got the sculpture for that. Interesting question that was, though, I have to say. Paul Jordan. Hello, Paul. Peter Duncan. No, this was Peter Duncan of David Marshall on TikTok. Peter Duncan had left by the time Michael Sundance was. I think actually Michael Sundance took over from Peter Duncan. It was that sort of era, though. He died. I think he died of AIDS. Michael Sundance. I don't know. I can't remember. You just finished creating and making the head of TX Terminatrix T3 Terminator. It took 3 to 4 days to design and 4 days to print. Worth the blue LED inside the head. Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. Paul, if you've got pictures of that, send them to my email. I'd love to see that. Or even put them on my World of Wayne Facebook page. I do like when people share models like that. You'd love to build the General Lee or the 18 van, but inherently it's just a Dodge or a van, isn't it? That's why I don't think there'd be an interest for it. I might be wrong, but unless the 18 van also turned into a tank. You know, it's a black and red van at one point, and then like a transformer, it turns into a tank with all these materials that didn't seem to be in that woodshed when they went in there, but they've miraculously got blowtorches, wrenches, sheet metal, and rocket launchers. They just appear. They're so lucky. You took the tip. Those metal screws are brilliant. And the only reason why I like them, Roy, is because they've got a little bit of extra length on them, so that they do push those plates a little bit harder towards the side, because you don't want them falling out. But that's what I learned. But if you're up to that stage, which I'm up to now, I don't know, anything past stage 51, you might want to start thinking about getting those batteries, because the batteries can take anywhere from 1 week to come to like 3 months. So and when you get the batteries, it will tell you to do it. You can't just put them in. You have to prime each one, and they give you a priming module to actually charge one to a full capacity, put it down, then put the next one in, and then put the next one in, and then when you've got them all 4 or 6, sorry, you'd then put them in the R2D2, and there's a startup procedure to get it all working. But a bit funky, but we're coming up to this stage over in the UK soon, so you'll be able to see that when that happens. The Daily Earth stood still ship from 1951. The Ralph, I had Gort from that over at that science museum, but they wouldn't let me take a picture of it. But if you watch that video that I put up on Monday, Tuesday, was it? You can see me walking down a corridor, and it's in the back. As a matter of fact, they wouldn't let me take any video of anything to do with Marvel or Disney or Star Wars, anything Disney owned. But Mrs. Wayne managed to sneak in that Iron Man picture that you saw. And believe me, they have people telling us off, but Mrs. Wayne just goes around like this with her phone. Me, on the other hand, because the way I film, I'm like this. So there's no way I was going to film anything like that. Michael Sundin. So it was him inside that. I knew it was something like that. I specifically remember that Blue Peter episode. You're on 874 at the moment, Nuno. Okay, excellent. So he needs 125 subscribers to get to 1,000. Then he can live stream. The Panther de Ville? Panther de Ville? I'm looking. Wow. That's a nice car. I'm trying to bring up a large picture so people can know what you're talking about. Look, I'll bring up the Wikipedia article here. There you go. Look. It's a nice car. Look at that. Looks like the sort of thing you'd find in Bugsy Malone or something. Oh, bless. Oh, thank you, Colin. That's the whole point. I mean, you heard me talking probably to Model Minutes, saying that the whole thing about model building is it is quite an independent thing. You're doing it on your own, and it can be a lonely hobby, if you like. But it is great to have that release where you've got like-minded people in the community who are doing exactly the same thing you are, being able to just get together and either watch videos or have these nights like we have on a Thursday night where we just chat about anything and everything. And then you get to watch me with all the struggles that you guys have. I know you have them on a Tuesday when things are failing abysmally for me. Although we haven't been too bad lately. I'm sure my Tuesday night car crashes are going to get worse. I'm actually doing the Iron Man this Tuesday, so I think we're attaching the arms, and I'm already thinking that that's not going to go to plan, but we'll have to see. It's all good. How about Edward Bellamy? Hang on a second. A Schwerer Gustav massive German railway gun. Now, on my Welcome to the Cave, someone had one of those, Edward. I can't remember what issue it is, but I think there is a playlist for that, and someone had one. Ginormous thing. Took up most of his room. Would this model Nostromo be available on some 3D homepage like CG Trader? That's normally the first place I look, Marcus. That's where I got the Mauler from. Cost me $7, so I didn't think that was too bad. Have you seen the Romulan ale? No. I've tasted it, though, when it was at the Star Trek exhibition in Las Vegas at the Hilton. I had one of them, but, you know, once I started on that warp core breach, which is God knows how many rums inside a goldfish bowl, yeah, I don't really remember much more about my trip to Las Vegas after that. But they had a green Romulan ale. They had a blue, whatever. I don't know what the blue drink was. But again, this Walkcore breach had dry ice in it, so it was spilling out loads of smoke. It's crazy stuff. I do need to see Flight of the Navigator. I just haven't got around to it, because like that era for me, I used to like Space Camp. Do you remember that, with Max and the robot and Lee Thompson and Tate Donovan? Great film. That was my space movie, my go-to space movie. Everyone's seen Flight of the Navigator though. Yeah, I definitely need to see that. Johnny Fire from Short Circuit. I reckon there has to be a licensing thing for that, Mike, because I'm shocked that hasn't been done officially yet. And I've you know, they used to do the toys, but I've never seen a model of it. It has to be a licensing thing, I would have thought. I did go to Wonderfest, and I'm going next year as well, David. Next year's a week later now. I believe it's the I'm going to get out there for the 8th of June. So 8th, 9th, is it the 10th to the 12th or something? I don't know. It's in June, around about those dates. I think I'm out there from the 8th to the 12th. And Mrs. Rhoda Wayne's coming, I think. We'll see. If you ever come to Newmarket, I've been to Newmarket before. We got friends who live there. Really, we got friends who live in Newmarket. Seriously, and I've got family who live in Fakenham as well, up in Norfolk way. So I know that area very well. Canterbury, I've never been to Canterbury, Scott. Lovely place, absolutely lovely. It'd be a nice place to visit in the summer. Not so much when I went, because the weather was god awful. But I still was walking around the town. But when I can get some videos done, I'm hoping to get past 100. Got 82 now. I am getting a bit snowed under at the moment, but I'm sure this will go quite quick. I've got to get that Route Master done. I think that last Route Master is going to break the records for how many screws we're putting in one stage. Because those little red NM screws, and all we're going to be doing now is putting the panels on. As you can see, the Route Master's up there, just waiting for the last stages to go on. And then that will be out of here. That's a big model. Absolutely ginormous model. You're in Canterbury on Tuesday. Oh, man. I was there from about 10 till 12, David. I can't. Would also love to build the turtle van as well. Really? Actually, yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. That could be good. I do like the manga-ish versions of them though, where you know, they haven't got eyes, they're just white slits. They've got a lot of I think Sideshow do some models of those, but when I was in Forbidden Planet last weekend, they had some really good turtle models in there. Those Sideshow collectible models though, wow, they're very pricey. Good, but very pricey. Does anyone know when the next Indiana Jones 5 trailer's coming out? Now, we haven't had one yet, but I did see the leaked trailer, which was amazing. But obviously they pulled it from everything, and you haven't seen any sight nor hair of it now. But it looks really good, I have to say. Because, you know, the last Indiana Jones film was the Last Crusade. He didn't make any other film from the Last Crusade. That was the last Indiana Jones film there's been. So this one, even though it's called 5 for some reason, is the one that should be following Last Crusade. Because there definitely wasn't a number 4. Number 4 doesn't exist if there was a number 4, because I've never seen it, you know. You'd like to see a tripod from John Carpenter's original books. Wow. Not the old BBC series ones. Oh, I'm glad you said that, because that's where my mind went straight away, Richard, to the BBC series. The Dora gun. Wow. When will they at Airfix put out the James May Spitfire pilot in 1/16 scale in one of his hippie shirts? You know what though, when they're working on a model, Mr. Kilroy, that is what the team are working on. So it's like one model at a time. They may be doing things in the background, but it's that one model that's focused on. So you are limited to what comes out each time. But I think someone asked the questions, if you need to get someone in to sculpt a pilot, couldn't you make a generic 124 pilot and, you know, get someone to actually mold that so then it's ready for the sprue? And the trouble is, they said that, you know, the controls and stuff are always in different places. So you might have a pilot like this when the controls are nowhere near him. So we did ask a lot of questions, I have to say. You can't have the general leave for the flag. Well, what will happen, Stuart, is that you'd get the flag as an optional extra. Just like the Bismarck, you've got some certain decals. I'm going to call them decals. I don't. Airfix call them decals. I've always known them as decals, but you can get certain decals, but you have to make them yourself, and you can't take pictures of those decals because Facebook ban you. As me and I think you found out, Ian, didn't you? The Sulaco. I've never seen one. Jacob, I have to say, there might be. The alien dropship, everyone keeps saying about the dropship, but I've seen a little version of that, but I've not seen a great model, tiny version, where you can actually open the wings up. Was that the dropship? There was, wasn't it? Or was that the rescue craft? You did buy the batteries already. Oh, excellent. Hope they still work since I've been sitting here for at least a year. Roy, do not worry, yeah? My R2-D2 on the floor down there, I hadn't powered it on for 1 year, and it was dead as a doornail when I touched it. An hour's charging, absolutely fine, right as rain, no problems at all. So it's best to run them completely down from what I understand, and then up again. These batteries are unprotected. They don't have a memory, so you don't have to worry about it. Should be all right. Keeping with the theme of London Transport and the Route Master, what about a London cab, 1.8, or maybe a London Underground train? I think I've seen an Underground train, but a cab would be brilliant. Can you imagine a 1.8 scale build of a cab? You're absolutely right, like a Parkwood build. I think that would do extremely well. You're 11, really? Oh my God, building with the boys then. You've got to check that website out. If you're only 11 off, stand by. We're just going to search your website up. Building with the boys. I see your little logo there as well, so I'm going to look at that. There you are. 989. Oh, come on. We should be able to get you. This is the Lego, isn't it? You got the Lego figures there. Right, I'm linking your channel into chat. He needs 11 subscribers. Is there 11 of you who can help out there? There's the link in chat. Check his channel out. Wow. Just 11. We've got to get you there tonight. Remember, some people watch this on demand, this live stream. So we've got 200 viewers in here at the moment. You never know. We might be able to do it before the end of the stream. Just 11 subscribers. Pack 12 of the roof artists gave me a fun blister. I don't want to hear that. What I'm going to do, building with the boys, is I'm gonna film it in stages. So I'll probably do 2 stages a day or something. So, what issues of Iron Man am I on? All I know is I'm about to connect the arms to the body. So I don't know what issue that is, Carl. I am aware I'm behind. All the time I'm behind. So, are you in Thetford? I know Thetford very well. Very near Swaffham, aren't you? Oh, bless. It's such a small world, Nuno. It's a small world. You think the indie trailer will show before the Avatar sequel? You know what? I wasn't really a fan of Avatar. I thought it was an incredibly boring movie that's been done before. So I'm not, really thrilled to be wanting to see the second one. You'd like to see the Ark or Nemesis from the original Transformers show. Wow. And the Bills beat the Lions, did they? Oh, dear. My brother's not going to be very happy. Check Messenger. I will check Messenger. Stand by. Messenger. That's Facebook, isn't it? See, I don't know my social media from one to the other. My computer's running a bit slow at the moment, I have to say. I don't know why that is. I had a bit of problems before the stream, as you saw, so I don't know if that had something to do with it. But, don't know. I can't see anything on Messenger. Oh, I'm on the wrong account. I can't figure this out, Ian. I might have to look afterwards. It's not bringing up my account. It's just bringing up my World of Wayne account. Oh, you sell those said decals. The said decal. Right, that's right, you do. I like how we can't even mention it. Because, believe it or not, if we mention what Ian sells on his site, then YouTube algorithm will pick up what I'm saying. Doesn't matter if you guys say it, but it will pick up what I'm saying, and it will actually restrict the feed. Because, obviously, this stream goes out to countries where that symbol is illegal. So that's why I have to be very careful and not mention it. So, I can't see anything on there, Ian. I do have a chat from Mitochondrial Journey. Wow, that looks cool. Some 3D models there. Yes, I'll have a look at that after the stream. There was never an Indiana Jones 4. There was rumours of an Indiana Jones 4. There was never an Indiana Jones 4. I remember having this really bad dream of watching Indiana Jones 4. Something about some sort of crystal skull or something and some UFO, but it was just a bad dream and I just blanked that from my mind, so... Decal is pronounced like Deck the Halls. Deckel. No, I believe it's Decalberg this. And the reason why I say that, because I understand it comes from the word decal. It's a French word it comes from. And it starts it starts D. Deca. I can't remember the word. Because I was looking it up trying to sign. But apparently both pronunciations are acceptable. It's decal. I'm calling it decal. Deckel just sounds weird to me now. So the Sulaco is on Game Body. Wow. It's still going after a year. Yeah, but I've hardly used mine, Peter, and it still works perfectly. And the funny thing is, it still links to my Wi-Fi. That's one of the hardest things on R2. I'll let you know that now. One of the hardest things on R2 is to get it to link to your home Wi-Fi, because you need to get a QR code and get the camera to focus in on it, to program it in. And I spent forever, and I gave up on it. When I moved into the workshop, I thought, oh, I'll have one go. And it worked. So it's been linked to my Wi-Fi for God knows how long now. But all cool. Halicon made the alien ships can still buy on eBay, but not cheap. Ah, that's the problem. It's a buyer's market, isn't it? Power loader on Colts 3D. I saw a power loader at Wonderfest, Chris Hurst. It wasn't really the size that I'd want. I'd like a nice big one. It was about 30 centimeters, about the size of a ruler. But I was almost going to buy it, to be honest with you. But I came back with an American Wealth in London instead. Well done. You've done it. Building with the boys. You've just got over 1,000 subscribers. Actually, you've got 1,010, I think. Thank you for that. I'm always... that's chuffed me that we can help people out like that to get to 1,000 subscribers. That is absolutely brilliant. Is at 1,000 now? Well done. That is brilliant. It is... Yeah, thank you, Jonathan. Avatar's a damn boring movie. And you know what? I think it came in the time where CGI was just... I'm just so sick and tired of CGI. I wish they'd come back to the model making and the manual effects, makeup effects. Is that the old man in me speaking? Am I one of those, the kids today don't know what they've got? Is that what I'm sounding like now? But I do think CGI is spoiling things now. It's nice to have these glamour, great big massive effects and blockbuster movies, but in the end, you're like, And if anything's to testament to that, looking at all the Marvel spin-offs at the moment, the CGI is terrible. She-Hulk was god-awful. The actual premise of it was good. Don't get me wrong. It's just the CGI I'm talking about. Take care, Jim. Enjoy yourself in Brazil. Jim's over in Brazil, everybody. Enjoying himself there. Sunning himself. Which is all cool. I can't believe we're at the end of the stream. Wow. No problems with building, boys. I'm so proud for you. Deco page. We've still got that same argument, Chris. Listen, if I haven't read your comment, you know what I'm like. I completely just go off on squirrel moments and forget things, so I apologise for that. But I hope you enjoyed tonight's live stream. I did enjoy hanging out with you peeps. Now, remember, tomorrow I will have the Vord GT on there. But please, 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 don't expect a really long video, because I'm going to have to try and get more than 4 minutes worth out of it, because there's not a lot in there. There is some prints which are good. It comes with some prints, Peter Cooper, so I'll make sure that I send you the prints when I send the magazines, because I won't keep them. But thank you for joining me tonight. Lou, enjoy yourself, put your feet up, enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving, and all the other folks in the across the pond, please enjoy the rest of the Thanksgiving day. But I'm about to watch some more NFL and join in with you folks, so take care everyone, and see you later.